God is moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross.
Good day and good afternoon, or whenever you're listening. We are grateful for you listening to Young People Nation. Thank you to our community and for our sponsors and for those who are supporting this movement to help in bringing mental health awareness and also being open to the different ways that God has in order to help our society. Okay, we're in session 2 with Mr. Raymond Webber, and we're going to talk about the Raymond that is moving forward. We talked about in the previous session, young Raymond from St. Louis, but now we're going to talk about this young man who was an academic scholar. He did not get his, Lord, he didn't get his scholarship. Thank you. He didn't get his scholarship on football, but on academics. This young man makes straight A's all throughout his life. And so we want to talk about the academic scholarship to college and talk about that Raymond in this session as well, along with his NFL career and how that came to an end, how it began, how it came to an end. And also he is very open about his own mental health journey. So, Mr. Webber, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, in high school, middle school, I said my mom, she made sure that I was focused on being a student athlete. Like that was priority number one, the student first. You got to have good grades or you would, you couldn't play ball in her house. So that helped me. So I had a couple football offers to play a position I didn't want to play. They wanted me to play safety. So I had University of Missouri, University of Illinois, Iowa State, Miami, Ohio. All these places wanted me to play safety, and I was just like, I'm a receiver. I'm a wide receiver, but none of them saw me as a wide receiver. So only a few schools really wanted me to play wide receiver, and Arkansas Pine Bluff was one of them. And during my recruiting process, they were absent the entire time. And just so happened that, and rest in peace to this guy because he was instrumental in my development, Craig Ray. He showed up to one of my track practices, and he's like, hey, I've been looking for you. And I was like, what's going on? Coach, I'm Craig Ray from UAPB. He had like the brochure. They had just played in the SWAC championship the year before. He's like, we want you to come to Pine Bluff. And I was like, well, Coach, I'm already committed to go somewhere else. He was like, I'm telling you, you'll be a good fit. We play in St. Louis. We play in the Gateway Classic. We getting rid of a lot of receivers, so, you got an opportunity to play as a freshman. And that's the words I wanted to hear. And he was just like, come down on the visit, but the only thing is we won't have any money for you. I said, huh? He was like, yeah, we don't have any football money for you, but you'll be preferred walk-on. I already got your transcripts academically. You sound, got a great ACT test score and stuff, so you'll qualify, so you won't have to worry about paying for school at all. And I was like,
that worked.
Okay, so I had already, me and my best, and one of the turning points was this was one of the only schools that will allow me and my best friend JB to go to school together, because he academic scholarship as well. So we unenrolled. We had enrolled at Southeast Missouri State because they were gonna let me play wide receiver as well. Played on TV, and it was only like 45 minutes down the road to Cape Girardeau. We unenrolled there. Went down to Pine Bluff on like just a visit on the freshman visit day, and it's always funny when I tell the story because as we're driving, my mom and JB, we in the car. As we're driving, we get to like a part of, I want to say it's like top of Arkansas, and the clouds look like they sitting on top of the on top of the highway, and then it just started raining so hard. It rained so hard that we had to pull over. My mom pulled over and let it clear, let it pass, and then we're driving, and this before GPS was really, really good GPS. So this is like 2007.
Thank God for GPS.
Yeah, it was like 2007.
And backup cameras.
So we stopped in like this place called Stuttgart, and we like, hey, we lost, or it was like right outside of Lost. We trying to figure out how we get to Pine Bluff, and we call it if I call my mom right now, she gonna call it the ghost gas station. There was a lady in there, and the gas station was empty, and they had chicken, and chicken was good, and she in there sweeping, and she's like, yeah, if y'all just go to the left, then y'all go, straight through Stuttgart and take y'all to Pine Bluff. And of course, we tried to go. We ended up getting lost going through it and stuff like that. And we get to Pine Bluff, and it is the worst smelling city I've ever been in. They got a paper mill, so it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's atrocious smelling. And then it wasn't. And I love Pine Bluff. I love the people in Pine Bluff, but it wasn't appealing when we pulled up.
Right.
It was the rain. The whole sidewalk was flooded because they don't really have a good, sewage system. They might have it now, but so the campus was almost flooded. We sitting in the like the little lobby of the student union, and lightning strike, boom, and the glass shake. My mama look at me, and it's already 6 hour driving.
Right.
So we 6 hours away from home. She look at me, and I say, Mama, this is where I'm supposed to be. She's like, what? I was like, Mama. So the entire ride, she just kept looking. We could turn around right now. I said, Mama, no, I'm telling you, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I was a firm believer that God led me to Pine Bluff. And so we went and met with we there, and she kept looking at me, and she was like, son, this school, will pay for your school too. And I'm like, Mama, this is where I'm supposed to be. And guy I knew was an old family friend of my sister's because he went to school with my sisters. He got drafted to the Cleveland Browns from Pine Bluff, and he from St. Louis. So they had him come meet me when we got down there. He took us to the football team. And Coach Mo Forte, rest in peace to him as well. He came in and we love you, we want you to play, and showing me all his depth chart and stuff like that. And my mama's still looking like they take us to the football facilities, and it wasn't good at the time.
Right.
The place called The Hazard, and it was flooded with water. The grass was uncut. It was divots in the grass, and she kept looking at me, and I just kept saying, Mom, I'm telling you this where I'm supposed to be. And so fall came around, that was where I was supposed to be at. They gave me academic money. Schools paid for. I had to just make sure that I performed well in the class as well as on the field. Started my freshman year. And after my freshman year, I was the leading receiver every year after that. So
Wow.
See, it pays to be an academic nerd.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yes.
Like I never struggled. Like realistically, like when the coach came out with the delinquent list, I wasn't on it. So I always helped the team GPA out. So it was. I mean, I'm grateful for being smart,
Oh yes.
Back then, so
Yeah.
And look, your daughters are gonna be grateful too. Believe me.
And
I married one because he's always been super smart.
And it's a lot of kids that go through trying to adjust to being smart. That I remember my daughters, one of our daughters, they went back to speak Ebonics just to fit in.
Try to dumb it down.
Try to dumb it down just to fit in.
He didn't allow it. He said, nope, we don't do that here.
Yeah, it was a great fight. It was a great fight just to keep them on the academic standard because they wanted to lower themselves just to fit in with the rest.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because you talked about football when we got together, and how the competition helped you with the anger. Right. So were you able to, on the field, you was able to release a lot of what was going on the inside?
Yeah, we call it legal violence because you're able to really implement your force like on another person, like exert your force on another person. But it's almost like it's mental warfare as well too. You're exhausting yourself because it's a constant battle. Like whatever I do, the defense has to counter, and then what the defense does, I have to counter. So it's kind of like it's just like a chess match, and it's such a great outlet that once you get done with the game, I mean, shoot,
you're tired, huh?
You're tired mentally and physically.
Yeah.
And I loved it, like the preparation that it took, the competition, because I always respected everybody I played against because one, it takes a lot to get to that level, and two, I mean, you're putting yourself out there, and I mean, I've had some great battles against people that's still lifelong friends that went to other schools. So I respect the competition, but just it gave me purpose,
Okay.
Playing college football and competing day in, day out to try to make that travel squad, to try to, moved myself up on a depth chart. Like that gave me something to fight for every day. Outworking my teammates, outworking my competitors. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. Going to the field house. Yep. That discipline, and then I'm the last one to leave. I'm waking up my teammates and everything.
Yes.
But I will say, football, because I had situations like fighting again, anger.
Right.
And this is crazy too. This is another dynamic. September 18th, 2008, I'm at church with my girlfriend, and I decided to give my life to God. Right. I go down there. I say, in front of the whole congregation, I want to get baptized and stuff.
Right.
And so it's crazy because as soon as you declare that you want to give your life to God, it becomes a war, right? And so the devil said, "Hey, man, you're not taking this one." Like,
Right.
So soon as we
we talk about
soon as we left out of there, she was like, "Let's go to Taco Bell. Let's get something to eat." So we go to Taco Bell, after church, lunch and whatever. And as we're in there, 3 or 4 young men in there, and they making fun of this military guy. And I'm talking about 3 or 3, like making fun of him as we walking out. She says to me, "You can tell who in college and who ain't."
Right.
She's a girl from Chicago. She got a loud tone. And so guys come out there. "By the way, B, I am in college." So they start arguing. Again, me, loyal to a fault. I don't tolerate disrespect.
Right.
Turn around, "Hey, y'all calm down." I'm talking to the guys. They not even acknowledging me. They just arguing back and forth for her. I said, "Babe, get in the car." I'm already outnumbered. Like I'm a fighter, but I'm already outnumbered.
Right.
I said, "Babe, get in the car." She's still arguing back and forth with them. So the guys start walking behind the drive-thru. She gets in her car and pulls over there like she's gonna hit him with the car and just stop. I'm sitting in the passenger. I said, "If you're gonna hit him, hit him. Like, if you're gonna hit him with the car, hit him. If not, you just gotta send up." So they throw their drink on the car. They start punching the glass. So one of my great friends from St. Louis is down there at the time. I sent him a text message, "AG, she done got into it with these guys. I'm gonna come get you when we get back. When I get back to the thing and stuff like that." So she finally pulls off. Call him up. We get in my truck. We get in my Avalanche. And as we driving to the back, like, you remember 3 hours ago, I had just
You
declared.
just gave your life to God.
So as we
man.
driving back
The
to
test.
to Taco Bell to do what we gonna do, my transmission goes out. God saying stop.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I do? I turn around. We make it back to campus. I take her car. Her car has my jersey number on it. It's Sunday, so we just had a game Saturday. We had a game 17th. Jersey number on it, 86. My last name, everything. We in the car. It's me, Gino, my guy Sonny, my boy Keith. All like Sonny from Michigan, but Keith from East St. Louis and stuff. Gino from St. Louis, and we all riding there. Her brother jumps in the car, and we go there. Same guy sitting outside behind Taco Bell. Pull up, do what we do, beat him up. I mean, terribly or whatever. And we go back to my dorm room. We in my dorm room. Of course, we talking about it, laughing about it, reflecting about it. My boy Keith like, "I gotta use the bathroom," so he walk into his dorm room. Those same guys, they pull up on campus and they see Keith walking, and I mean they deep, got guns and everything. They run down on Keith and jump Keith and beat him up. So it comes back. We running across the campus to get to him and stuff like that. And somebody heard about what happened at Taco Bell, and they was like, "Well, it's probably because of what happened here at Taco Bell." So to speed the story up, they put death threats on me. Of course, because my name was the biggest name. I was a football player. So the school got wind of it, said I put the campus in danger. Big news article come out, wide receiver trouble. Arkansas Pine Bluff, wide receiver Raymond Webber. This is due to get expelled. They have a hearing. They expel us all or whatever. I remember going to football practice, and I got on an Army fatigue, bulletproof vest. I got a 32 revolver in my boot. And I remember the guy, the equipment manager, as I'm putting my stuff off, I wait till everybody leave practice. I take off all my stuff, like my vest, my gun, and I put it down in my locker. And he's just walking. And he looked at me, said, "It got to be a heck of a devil chasing you, Doc, for a man to have to have all that on him." And I just looked at him. I said, "You don't even know." And then I walked out there and went to football practice. And then, so these guys had a bounty on my head, right? Put money on my head, and so me getting kicked out of school, I got expelled, so I wasn't able to be back in Arkansas. Of course, I appealed it. They let me come back in January, and when things died down. But I wasn't, me getting kicked out saved my life because I wasn't disciplined, dedicated. Because like I said, it was a warfare. I still and I just kept saying, I don't care about it. I don't care. But if they give me, they give me. Whatever. I'm still ready to protect myself. But as long as I make it to the water, I kept saying, as long as I make it to the water, like
right,
which is your peace area, right?
I just wanted to get baptized.
Yeah,
like, so,
yeah.
so,
Right. Okay.
Because I was set to get baptized. The next week, so I was like, as long as I make it to the water, that's all I care about, or whatever. Let me just be saved. Whatever happens after that, I'm fine.
So you know what? You just said something that you gave your life to God. Okay. However, that anger and temperament was still in there.
Yep.
So what the lesson for all of us is that the Word of God talks about us dying to our flesh daily, and so that was still in there. Yeah. It was still in there. And so we have to be careful that when a person gives their life to God, everything doesn't change overnight.
Yeah, that culture is still there.
Yes, because it's like we all have stories after we got saved, and then you had that one thing that was still waiting for you, and so you had a choice. And so, like you said, that the enemy, he's always on his game.
Yeah.
But we got to be on ours. So I wanna kind of speed up a little bit because I tell you, your testimony is powerful. NFL, Raymond, you had got married. You was the father of 2 at that point. Okay, so let's talk briefly about that. And you still you had to get out of your career with the NFL because you shared with us because you was a father, and that was more important than anything.
Correct.
So let's talk briefly about life after the NFL.
Okay, so 4 years in the NFL, 3 injuries, couple surgeries, all of that. Still kept fighting to try to stay in. Financially, it was draining. Everybody think, as soon as you make it, you make a ton of money. I had money, but I was supporting so many different people, as well as still trying to fund my own career. So when you're not on the roster, you're not making no money.
Right.
So of course I'm doing all of that, and I had just had surgery. It's 2013. I just have surgery on my knee or whatever. So I met my ex-wife, my now ex-wife. We were talking. I came down to Augusta, had my surgery. While I'm down in Augusta, rehabbing and recovering, she gets pregnant. So my daughter's born 2014. Just did a small stint with the Dolphins.
Beautiful girls too.
Thank you. So I actually found out that we were having a baby. I was up in Green Bay trying out for the Packers.
Right.
They came, told me I made the team. Same time she called me, told me she's pregnant. Great day for me, right? So then I get released from the Dolphins. This is August, September time. I get released from the Dolphins. Brady Quinn throws me a comeback route, breaks my middle finger or whatever. So at that time, I'm kind of like, dang, I'm in a state of depression. Before the Dolphins called me, I was drinking every day. I won't lie. I'm sitting on my mom's porch, bottle of Crown Royal every day. I'm having a drink. Released, no opportunity to play. My girlfriend is pregnant. Shoot, my brother JB had wrecked my truck, so I was without a car for a while. So I was just in a state of depression. So it was even crazier that I made the Dolphins team. So then I get released. I come back to Augusta, baby shower. She's about to have a baby. As she's in the delivery room with my daughter Kylie, my agent calls me and says, "Well, they want you out in Arizona." I was like, "When?" He was like, "Now." I was like, "B, I can't. She in labor." He was like, "Well, these opportunities won't come, often anymore." I said, "Well, if I got to make a decision between playing football and being a dad at this point right now, I got to say, I'm gonna be a dad."
Right.
Wow.
And I remember looking at my family in the hallway because I had stepped down the hallway to answer the call, and they was like, "What is that? What is that?" And I was like, "The woman asked," and I was like, "I can't." And I made that decision right there that I was just gonna be done with football.
Wow, that right there.
That's pressure.
Yeah, and I when you said that, I thought about my husband and his military career, and he made serious sacrifices. He didn't go looking for those opportunities; they came for him.
Yeah.
But he said that because of a family.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So wow, we done talked up. So Raymond, leave us with a nugget that everyone can meditate on.
Transitions are hard, but they're necessary. So, like you said, your husband had to, sacrifice stuff from the military the same way I had to sacrifice my football career. Transitions are hard. You can lose your own identity in transition because you feel like your self-worth is in what you were doing, or it's not who you are, is what you do. So your uniform, my jersey, like we identified those as who we were, when honestly it was just what we did. So going through those type of transitions are hard. You got to be patient with yourself because you're going to find a new version of you within every transition. So me transitioning to a husband, I was a different person than when I'm transitioning to, me not being a husband, me being a single man, bachelor walking around. It's a different transition between me and that person that's a father now.
Okay.
So yeah, you got to be patient and just understand that you're going to, create a new identity every time you go through a new transition.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Webber. We just love your transparency, and this is why we know young people are drawn to you. Okay, so we like to give out our mental health hotlines at the end of every session. We have the 988 hotline. We have the text 741-741. That's free 24/7. We have the NAMI. Not we, but the community. Let me correct that. The NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness. And you can go to their website and reach out by the state you live in. And, of course, if you can't remember any of this, 211. That is a general resource for mental health, and that's 24/7. And remember that there's always someone in your vision or in your scope, perhaps, that is on the line. So please be kind. Okay? Mr. Perry?
Always take time out to remember who you are, and the decisions that you make will affect a lifetime of life of misery or wealth. And as you go through everyday life, live the life that you want to live and not let circumstances determine what you got to do next. This has been Young People Nation, and remember, there is always hope.
Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the #1 prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going, keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation. Get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation. It's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.